Hey, quick question before we get to the game. Am I supposed to put, like, Lubriderm on my feet? Is that something I'm allowed to do?
I don't know what that is.
Are you allowed to do that?
I don't even know if that's funny or not. What are we talking about?
What is that?
This is the worst question you could ever possibly ask before a game starts.
Of course
You
you're
know
allowed to do that,
everything.
Tad. It's just... I prefer you use powder, but lotion's okay.
Okay, no. Can we hard cut? I'm gonna invoke some authority here. We are not going to be discussing foot moisturization
Anymore. Because we've already done that a little bit.
Number 15.
Hey,
Tad's foot lotion.
hey, I didn't go to college, but I did do a little reading on something called demographics, buddy, and we got to hit all of them, so we're leaving that in.
Those ones are for this foot talk is for the real gamers out there.
We are not encouraging this garbage. Anyway. Hey guys, you gotta get over the stem. What are you gonna do?
Go over the bridge. Or the dam. Obviously.
Yeah.
I say we forge the river. Chalk the wagons. Forge the river.
So we got two options here. We've got a Grinch.
I knew
A
you were going
Grunch
to
or
say
Saint
that.
and a
Let's
Sunt.
not. Let's focus
So
on the game.
we can go over the bridge, or we can try and go over this river with this crazy plankton shit.
Well, Patton,
Yes.
you see, the thing is, I've had enough experience with eels, leeches, and crabs to know that going anywhere near water is not a good idea. Especially if the algae is, like, doing that weird Zep, I don't know what the fuck is happening there, but I don't like it.
I'd rather just stay away from water for the rest of my life.
Agreed.
Well, I think that a sample of the algae might be prudent, but I wouldn't suggest driving across it.
I'll wait up here.
I think we should just go right over the dam bridge.
There's more that
We have
could
fun
go
here.
wrong wading across a body of water than there is driving on a road where vehicles are designed to go.
And besides, cats don't like water, right, Specky?
Spaggy's gonna look up at you, look down at the water, start reaching a tentacle out down towards the water, like very far away. Out of spite, seemingly.
Well, how long does that tendril go? Wow.
Very far. It's doing that thing where you take like a tape measure, and eventually it's gonna buckle, and Spaggy's gonna drag it back in, looking a little dejected.
Well, I did say cats. I didn't mean all cats. Anyway, let's
go across the bridge.
Not all cats.
Did we see somebody on the bridge?
No.
I'm about to
Not
see
yet.
John on the bridge.
Can I roll perception to check for guards or anything like that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I think my perception's 2. It's only been a week, so I shouldn't forget this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nat 1. I don't see shit.
Ha! Yeah.
I'm busy looking at that algae.
Yeah, so if you're doing the whole lookout thing, yeah, it looks like the road's very well maintained. That's really nice. Hey, are you guys actually driving over the thing yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
John is in front, and then we're behind him.
Yeah.
All right. John, why don't you give me a perception check as well, being the first one over on your cool motorcycle?
Very cool motorcycle.
I'm just going to let you know I'm not actually looking out
Oh,
at the
fuck, I
moment
crit.
because that algae is really interesting.
I got a nat 20.
What'd you roll? Nat
The
20.
opposite of Jerry, as it should be.
John, what do your orc eyes see?
Well, what you're going to notice is very clearly this has been used recently.
Mhm.
Like, you're noticing some tire tracks, and you also notice somebody up on the cliffside holding something, like the far cliffside. He's peeking up over the thing, so he got a little helmet on. You can't really make out many other features, but he's very clearly looking at you, locks eyes with you, and then darts back down underneath the like the cliff face there.
I bet they're friends.
All you could tell was that it was a helmet of some sort. You couldn't see a face. It was full face covering. And everything kind of is pretty silent. You're not really hearing much.
How big was this person? They look like they were
Roughly person-sized.
As expected.
Alrighty. Now, is this just a bridge that's going right across, or is this going to go through like a building?
Oh, it just goes right across. I mean, I don't know if you guys have Google Maps open, but it just goes right across.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
a couple
generally.
of those little those little water test outpost things that are that break off from the main dam there, and then there's like a big old building to the side. Like you can just grab the thing and like do a little street view, and it's actually pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a big old dam.
All right.
But yeah, there's a guy up on a cliff up here that appeared to be looking at you. Also, as you're driving along and you get about 50% of the way there, you notice that the cliff that he was standing on shifts a little bit.
Cliffs aren't supposed to do that.
So this is a fake cliff, a fifth, if you will.
A fifth of what?
Yeah. And as you get closer, you see a large ball of rock start to form and start rolling down the cliff, and it looks like it's about to fall off of the dam itself, and then it veers and starts rolling at you very quickly.
Roll nature to see if it's Specky friend.
Please do.
A lot.
How much is a lot?
Let me scroll down. What's my nature bonus? 27.
27? I mean, yeah, it's pretty blatantly one of those things.
All right, I'm gonna.
It's rolling directly at you at high speed. What do you do?
Does it
Snap
look like
decision
it's
now.
gonna stop or no?
Hell no, and it takes up the entire road.
Well,
Was this some Indiana Jones shit?
let's drive.
All right, we should probably, fucking reverse.
I mean, so, snap decision.
Reverse.
Okay, you're in the middle of the bridge. The thing is on the far side of the bridge, takes up the entirety of the lane, is about 15 feet tall by like 30 feet wide or some shit, right? And is barreling down towards you. Snap decision,
Hadn't
go.
turned this thing
Hit
around.
the suspension button.
All right, can I get my motorcycle off like the side of the bridge at all, or is it a pretty straight shot to any sort of like?
Can you ramp off it and do a sick backflip?
I'm just gonna hide on the side of the bridge or something.
So you're going to try to, yeah, there are a couple of these like, okay, this is going to be a lot easier if you guys get the fucking map
Okay.
open. Like,
All right,
go to
well,
Google
what's
Maps.
the name of the thing?
Hoover Dam.
It's the Hoover Dam.
Oh, it's the Hoover Dam?
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. I'm gonna call it the Hoover Dan from now on.
Hoover Dam, Daniel.
Okay, so it's like it's a
Who the fuck why is this rated 4.7 stars? Who goes to the Hoover Dam and is like, 4 stars, not enough water.
too much water.
I didn't think it was that great.
7.8. Too much water. So you guys are right about in the middle. You see these little offshoot
Yep.
things. I'm not entirely sure what they are.
I'm gonna head for one of those.
Yeah, the motorcycle can make that, and it's going to be a close shave, but the car most certainly can't. So John is going to duck down that side thing. What are you guys doing in the car? John gets a 20. He can swoosh right in there, barely making in time as the rock clips his back wheel.
I told Patton to throw that bitch into reverse.
When we fixed the jump button that Patton made, did we do it right this time?
No, he removed
Yeah, you
it.
took that out.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he took it
Patton,
out.
did
Yeah.
you take that jump button out?
I do not remember. Jerry's gonna try and hit the button on the dash, and it's not gonna do anything because I took it out.
Okay, so what are you actually doing? 2
I said
seconds
throw
have
it into
passed.
reverse.
Okay, the decision is on who's actually driving, aka Patton, aka Tad. What do you do?
Going into reverse because Elias is yelling at
Okay.
me.
You're gonna throw it into reverse. Give me an Arcana check.
An Arcana for driving.
Well, yeah, because we don't have a tech skill.
That's true.
Oh, I was gonna see if I could assist, but okay, that wouldn't make sense.
26 in total.
Okay, on a 26, you're able to quickly jam it into reverse, start slamming, swerving all your way back, And now you have another key choice to make. Do you go back down the main road or try to like swoosh down this little side road that you see back there? A little causeway with the fence.
Which one gets us closer to being able to hook up with John?
Neither. You have the map.
Well, I don't see which side road or which little side thing John swooshed into.
Are we?
He swooshed into the one further along the bridge. You guys are on the east side of it, so he swooshed into the one towards the west.
Okay.
Okay.
So
the second set of
Yes.
little towers, and then
Yes.
we're back by the first set of little towers.
and this causeway.
So there's that fork. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go to the right, to the one that brings us closer to the shoreline.
It's on Patton.
Yeah, that's fine.
Otherwise, if we do the other side, we're closer to the sheer drop, and that's not good.
Yes. So you guys throw it into reverse. You start swooshing down this way. The thing is still following you and keeping up with the turns. It's like bouncing off of the side here. So while you guys are slamming it into reverse, John,
Yes.
you're going to see that little figure up on the cliff face. Once you manage to swerve in, like you have to drop the bike to do so because of how fast you had to go to actually make it. So you see that there is an approximately like 60-foot tall variant of that similar looking to that giant golem that you saw before.
It's Specky's big brother.
And on his shoulder, you see one of those guys in the all-black tactical outfit, and he appears to be directing it towards you guys.
That ain't good. So he's directing them towards me or towards the car? Do you just mean like he's in charge?
Yeah. He very clearly points directly at you, and you see it start to, like, wind back its arm.
Maybe they're friendly.
They're not friendly. Can I take cover in one of the towers?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna hide in the tower.
Okay, you jump into a tower just in time as a big old boulder slams into the door, kind of locking you in from one side. And jumping back to the guys in the car, this thing is not relenting, and it's taken pretty much everything that you got to actually go around these tight-ass corners with this thing following you. You're going to have to do something to shake it.
I'm going to roll fucking intimidate.
Okay.
Or nature, if you'll allow me to, but it's technically intimidation, so...
What are you attempting to do?
I want to try and, like, use my innate connection with Specky to ping this thing via commune with nature. Because I understand how to commune with these things, and I basically want to, like, send, I know what this thing is, I know how it works, and I can deal with it.
Okay, give me a nature check.
Alright, I'll take nature for that. Because I assume Specky is freaking out right now.
Yes.
Oh ho ho! That's a very good. It's a 29.
So on a 29, you're going to attempt to reach it, right? Like that. The same way that you would communicate with Specky. And you immediately get just deflected right off. But what you can tell from it is that it isn't actually, like, thinking about anything.
It's just being directed.
Yes. Somebody else is directing it.
Oh, so this isn't like a Specky thing. This is like if Specky wasn't its own person. It's like
it's more like you're getting the exact same feeling as, when you slapped your intern using Bavala Jr.
That's right.
Somebody's controlling it.
Somebody else is controlling these things. So it could be a slave. Basically. It might not be operating under its own free will.
Yeah, somebody else has a direct connection with it right now, and you cannot override that.
Well, that means there could be, or there is, another elf or commune with nature nerd around here.
Potentially.
Okay.
All right.
It's still barreling down towards you. At this point, you guys are about to go around that hairpin,
All right.
again.
So then,
And so Patton, why don't you give me another Arcana check? Because this is an incredibly difficult turn to make.
All right.
Under massive pressure.
All right. I got a good feeling about this one. 27
I'm
in
gonna
total.
get Specky into backpack mode.
27 in total. Yeah, you managed to reverse Tokyo drift that bitch all the way around that thing.
You saying I might have a feeling of deja vu?
Yes. You see the rock ball crash into some long, deteriorated parked cars and stagger a bit as you guys go around the bend, and you've actually gained some distance at this point.
Rocks fall, everyone drives.
So it's on one side.
Christ.
It's on one side of the hairpin. You're on the other side of the hairpin.
Episode title.
You see that parking lot that you got?
What was that, Dan?
It's on one side of the hairpin. You're on the other side of the hairpin. It's going to have to come up to you. You've got an opportunity to try to juke it somewhere.
Okay. So now we're currently on this turn on the Hoover Dam, right? We're between those bottom bridge thingies and John up there. So we're in the middle on this one on these kind of straightaway roads.
You see that really, really sharp hairpin?
Yeah. Apologies for the clicking, but I'm looking through the map. So if you hear clicking, it's because I'm scrolling.
Off to the side here, to the east side of the Hoover Dam, do you see that super tight hairpin?
Yeah, the Kingman Wash access over the over the little bridge.
You're on one side of that. The rock is on the other side of it. It crashed into some of these parked cars, and is now staggering to get back rolling towards you guys.
Okay. Now, if this thing is being controlled, what I'm thinking I might want to do is so this guy, so whoever's controlling this thing wants to ram us, right? So what I'm thinking...
it's actually not entirely clear.
That's true.
That's the other thing that Elias would get from that is it doesn't seem to be actively hostile.
Whoever's controlling this thing.
We can try and get it out of the effective range of the spell it's under, if it is under one.
It's not necessarily hostile, is the feeling that you're getting.
Yeah. Now, the thing I'm looking at right here is we got this giant, valley. I want to see if we might be able to knock it in there by having... Because what I was thinking was trying to bait it out into, because I was under the impression it was trying to, ram us. I was going to bait it and then, juke it real quick and get it to launch itself into that valley there. But if it's not going to fall for that, we can simply kind of push it in there.
We can do the bait thing because what I can do is I'll have Specky in backpack mode and take Mavala Jr. and commune with nature to try and trick it with a bunch of hallucinogenic copy kind of things. Use stealth, and then you go one way, I'll go the other way, and we'll try and trick it into that basin.
Okay.
All right, that your game plan?
Yeah. So I'll hop out of the car real quick as he slows down in this Tokyo Drift turnaround with Mavala Jr.
Are you going to communicate this plan to them?
Yeah, that's what I just said. That's why I said I'll go one way, you go the other.
Y'all need to be more clear about what is in and out of character. There's one thing to discuss a plane in character. It's another thing to discuss a plane out of character. At no point was it actually clear that Elias said something.
True.
So the plan is to try and get this thing based in this basin.
I'll commune with Mavala Jr. and create a distraction. We'll get it to slide into that little gully, access spillover. But you're going to have to slam the gas when I get out of the car.
All right. Break. And John, you're stuck inside of this small little room thing here, right? Mm-hmm. On the inside of the facility, everything is pure black in there. You got no visibility for anything. The door is sealed shut by what seems to be a mass of rock. There is another door out, but if you try the handle, it doesn't, you're locked in.
Okay, my plan was to go into the rocks and catch that dude who I saw up there.
Well, if you're doing that, just be careful. Like, warning, rocks can definitely be alive and can definitely fuck with you.
Be as careful as ever, Am.
Oh no.
So what are you going to try to do? You can't see much. Both doors seem to be locked.
Can I go out through, are there like windows or anything that are unblocked?
There are not.
Can I kick down the door?
Okay, so you're going to try to which door do you want to kick down? The one that was locked or barricaded?
Locked.
Okay, so you kick down the locked door, and John is jacked enough that you can just kind of do that.
Hell yeah.
Right? And, let me think real quick. I'm just trying to figure out what skill this would be.
Door kicking.
Give me an athletics check real quick.
I have a good athletics skill, Jesus.
I mean, John is a big boy.
Good thing, too, I rolled a 6, so, 18.
Okay, on an 18, you swing the door wide open, right? Step out and are immediately just cold clocked, straight in the jaw by a giant rock.
Very rude. And then another warning shows up. I told you about rocks, man. I told you.
And as you get knocked back, you can see the rock split open. You see some of those little the same fungal tendrils that Specky has, and they just start to creep towards you.
How fast can I leave this area?
Moderately.
Gonna do that.
But this thing it's kind of blocking the door at this point. Like it flung you right back in, and now it's like the rock has split open, and now there's just a big old pile of fungus.
The fungus among us. I'm sorry.
Good. All right. I'm gonna panic, and I'm going to commune with Elias. Hey, Elias, I got some fungus stuff. How do I kill it?
You're gonna get like a very long string of like complicated biological.
No, how do I kill it?
Okay, so you're going to have in the 3 seconds that you have before it grabs you, Elias will not give you anything that will help.
Okay, I shoot at it.
Okay, so 1 round, nothing. 2 rounds, nothing. It has your leg.
Try setting it on fire, John. That's a good trick.
I guess I'm going to pull out my knife, try to cut myself free, and just continue to panic and get as far away from it as possible.
Okay, it's going to pull you out of the door, and you're going to be held upside down, and you see one of these guys with the helmet and the full tactical gear and everything, and it's going to just be like slapping the rock monster and like shouting things. It appears that it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
What the hell's going on?
You're going to quickly see him put his hand up to his ear, like, yell some stuff in a language you do not understand whatsoever.
Do any of us listening in understand it?
No.
Ooh, not even Patton?
Roll to guess.
Roll to guess? Somebody
But
give
if
me
it's-
insight.
Yeah,
I'll do that as
That's
I'll
what
do
I'm-
that
Anybody
as
who
Patton
wants
there.
to give me insight.
So
I mean, not necessarily guess, but like,
I rolled
does
a
this sound like anything I might have heard sometime?
26 on insight.
26 on insight? It's not a language.
I got 24.
It's straight up jarbled. Like,
Okay,
by the
so
time
I can't understand what he's saying.
yes.
It's just
It's not
masked
it's
or
not what
something.
he's actually saying.
Yeah.
It's masked magically.
Just like the dude from before where he was masking his face.
Yeah.
but we were able to understand him.
Yeah, that's because he was just doing facial stuff. This guy's doing like...
Oh yeah, we read his lips.
This is hard code. But the rock is then going to drop you after a bit, and it's going to then smack the guy with the helmet. He's going to fly off of the edge, slam down onto the algae, very clearly like hurt, very injured. And you're going to see one of those slime men reach up through the algae, grab him, and just drag him right under.
well, I can't stop that from happening, I suppose.
You're still you're still upside down while this occurs.
Yes.
Hey, John, I just heard a scream. Was there anything cool that happened?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, Zep, we didn't miss anything.
How quickly is he like dragged under?
Fairly instantaneously. Like they were waiting for it.
How complete was the gear that he was wearing?
Entirely.
Was there a respirator?
You don't know.
Okay, because he might not be like,
He's
just
dead.
completely written off, and it could be a good idea to try and save him.
I ain't going down there.
That's fair.
All right, I want to now that these rock dudes have started freaking out, I want to roll nature again to see if Specky being here is throwing them off.
Yeah, go for it.
Because it seems like this is definitely not what they had in mind, and they might be freaking out now that something similar to them is around here. That was a 26.
On a 26, yeah, that's exactly what's going on.
Ooh.
Right.
On that, you can even tell that that's why you weren't getting that hostility reading. Somebody is controlling that thing. Like, think of it like this. Somebody is logged in to fungus, like to fungus network here. You can't forcibly log them out, but they're also stuck in and it's not responding. Fungus.exe is not responding.
It's like two people on the same RC frequency trying to drive the same car.
Right. Except the guy on the RC frequency, like the guy who's supposed to be controlling it, also doesn't have control of it.
Yeah.
It is very clearly trying to assimilate Specky,
Would he
who
also...
is flipping shit.
Kind of like that time where I had that trucker CB radio coming through my microphone and none of you guys believed me. Kind of like that.
Yeah. That was amazing.
So here's what I'm going to do then. If Specky is freaking out, I'm going to have Specky plug into my brain.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No, I mean like literally cause a closed loop so that Specky can still commune with me, but basically shut off other senses. So we'll just share senses for now.
You're
So
turning
Specky
off
doesn't
Wi-Fi.
have to.
I don't think that's a thing you can do.
Are you sure? Because Specky is like always like the fungus itself is constantly.
I'm gonna draw a line at direct brain to brain interface.
No, not necessarily brain to brain interface, but like
He wants to shut off
closing
Wi-Fi.
off while still staying alive.
No, you can't. That's like the thing here. Specky cannot do that.
Okay, fine.
But
Specky is hard stuck connected to this network.
would on that nature roll, would he be able to tell that this is the same, like, fungus from Flagstaff?
No, like you can't get it's not the same one. They're very clearly the same species, but it's like it's weird.
There's
parts
no way to
of a
tell
whole.
that, yeah.
But we know, just prior knowledge, that these guys and the fungus came to a quote-unquote agreement of some sort. So
Yes.
we might be able to influence this to our favor. Maybe we can give them something that these tech guys aren't.
All right. So on that, you have the understanding of why these things are flipping shit.
Yeah.
So your plan, your juke plan, how do you want to enact that?
Well, now I know that the juke plan isn't going to work because it's going to read it as I'm going, and it's just going to follow me.
It's going to follow you, absolutely.
Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to try and basically override this guy's control and bring him down to where the algae fell in, where the guy fell into the algae to try and get him out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to basically signal the most simple command that I could possibly do, which is just like follow.
Okay.
And I
give me
want
a
to bring
nature
him
check.
to the water's edge. And I'm rolling really good nature checks, 29.
There you go.
So, on a 29, you're going to get a little brief moment of, like, it understanding your intent. It's not going to listen to you, but it will follow you aggressively.
Yeah,
Because,
that's
it
all I
was
need.
trying to chase you anyway.
Because it's trying to assimilate Specky, and I'm not going to let that happen.
Yes.
Unless, Specky assimilates it and grows more powerful.
Yeah, no, that ain't going to happen here.
Or maybe part of it. The best thing that we could do is break it up. The smaller pieces are, it's like that Flash game. Fishing.
Yeah.
And Specky can go all Pac-Man on it. And
Then we get
Actually,
Giga
let me get a little. I gotta get some quick image information because I gotta see how far the fall is there.
For the Hoover Dam? You mean to the water edge?
To the lake behind it.
It's if you follow the spill out, there's like it's not that bad.
It looks like about 60 feet, maybe.
Enough that you don't want to fall
It's 60 feet from the dam, but from where we are, there's paths down that are a lot easier.
No, yeah, but that guy got yeeted off of the off one of those substations.
Oh yeah, if you get yeeted off of one of those substation things, that's a long way down.
Just got yoked. Past tense of yeet.
In this world, it's yeet or be yoke.
It's such a good multi-tool word.
Kind of like fuck.
Kind of.
This bitch empty. Hey!
It's very descriptive. Anyway, so you're gonna try to scamper down that like the rocks here and lead it down towards the water.
Scamper. Yeah.
Scamper. Okay, what are you guys in the car doing while he's doing that?
And I'm also
because it is diverted away from you entirely.
I've got Mavala Jr. here with me. I'm going to send a message across our network to like that we need to rescue this guy who fell into the algae because otherwise these things are going to keep freaking out.
No, this is a different guy than the guy who's riding the big old golem.
This was like another dude that was just in the substation there.
Yeah, he was around the substation who started like freaking out because the golem was freaking out.
Well, but the thing is even if he's not the one controlling the golems, he's still on their side, and at the very least would make a decent like hostage / bargaining chip if we rescue him.
Wow.
Plus, we don't know what these guys' intentions are.
I don't want him to die, and I want to figure out what he's doing.
See, that's a good guy thing to say.
Yeah.
I'm just being practical.
So yeah, we're going back over to where John was in the car.
Okay, so you're gonna
Jerry here.
Yeah, you're gonna barrel on over there.
Yep.
Okay, so Elias.
Yes.
As you're scampering down here, this thing is gaining speed, bouncing towards you.
Yep.
How are you going to actually avoid this thing just like colliding into you?
1, 2, Mavala Jr. stealth. Instant transmission.
Can't extend it to you.
I know, but Mavala Jr. can spoof all sorts of shit. Oh, hold on, somebody's at my door.
It's the golem at his door. Oh no.
Pow.
Oh no, he took his earbuds out. He can't hear us. Oh god. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so where we might let a bunch of people show up at his door to do weird shit.
Yeah. I told them all to fuck off. And then I'm going to use Super Mavala Jr. stealth distraction time.
Oh yeah. How do you think? How?
Because.
Okay, let me explain something. It can distort where it is, not where you are.
So just grab Mavala.
Like,
have it be.
That's like that sort of thing. Okay, that sort of thing, that sort of extension. That's like if you're like, I'm gonna stand next to John so I can lift something really heavy.
Yeah, but what if John was like lifting something really light so that when I lifted something normal, it looked like I was lifting something really heavy?
What?
What?
See, that requires a level of abstract thought that isn't applied to a boulder barreling towards you with no other thoughts.
Well, fine.
Boy,
then,
howdy, it sure is locked onto Specky and moving towards you.
I'm gonna say Specky football mode and chuck Specky into the lake.
Are you serious?
No, of course I'm not serious. It's even official size.
Not officially.
Wait. Wow.
It's a football.
That other guy fell for hours into the algae lake.
So what are you actually doing?
Well, I mean, this thing is fucking locked on to me, so I guess I'm just going to Use fucking acrobatics and springboard off the motherfucker.
Okay, what are you attempting to jump to?
If it's rolling down a ledge, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and juke one way and then springboard off of it so that it rolls into the water before running me over.
Okay, where are you attempting to land?
So are you going
anywhere.
to like dodge up? So you're going to like get on top of it, like run on it while it goes into the lake and like hop back off?
He's about to
No,
Legolas in The Hobbit this shit.
I didn't watch that.
Well, like jump on top of the barrel and do that shit?
No,
Are
no,
you doing
no.
like the Canadian log rolling thing?
No, because it's coming down a slope. There's no way I could jump that high. What I'm saying is I'm going to run one way and then... Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll have Specky briefly detach so that we can split. And it'll have like a couple of seconds of hesitation while it's going between me, who's trying to commune with it, and Specky, which is like the red hot beacon. And we'll use that as a distraction point to juke and then use acrobatics to get away from it. And hopefully it'll roll into the water before anything bad happens. That is acrobatics, which is 23.
Okay, on 23, you're going to springboard off the thing. So, you're going to springboard off the thing. It's going to skip into the water, and the second it touches the water, the algae underneath it is going to solidify. It's going to bounce, and it's going to start skipping across the water, attempting to reverse course.
So the algae is helping this thing.
No, it appears to just be reacting.
Oh, okay. So it's like one of those bullshit polymer things.
Well, yeah, it's just the second something alive gets close to it, it hardens up, and then it bounces off of the thing.
All right, well, that's given us a few seconds of breathing room. I'm going to use this time to scamper back up and try and reconnect with John and them.
Okay, so back to the people in the car. You see John being held over the water, fighting with this thing. Like, it's holding him over the edge, and it doesn't have any eyes, but you can kind of see it looking towards the other boulder. And then it locks back. The second that Elias gets into view, it's going to, like, fling John just up into the air. Like, oh, I'm done with this thing.
Oh, no.
Gonna sprout two little legs, and it's just gonna start hoop, 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 hopping down the bridge right towards you guys again.
What happens to me?
You are in the air about 10 feet above the walkway there, but you're gonna slam down in a hot second, or you can land gracefully, whichever one you want.
Whatever happens, as long as I don't hit algae.
All right. So you can do a nice little 3-point landing.
All right. Now, what I'm thinking here, Jerry, is a combo of fire and ice. I'm going to see if I can uncork some of this cryochemical carpet I got here, and then Jerry can hit it with fire at the same time so that we can try and burn this thing away from us. Get us to get it to either run away or stop trying to get near us, because I don't want to be near this fungus. I saw it just threw John. It will break all of my bones.
Well, you're a bird.
Of your very hollow bones.
You can fly. Don't worry too much about that. Yeah. I mean, surely...
You don't got time for quips. It's barreling at you.
So I'm going to rummage around. I'm going to grab, like, some really icy, like it's, like, frosted over. I'm going to uncork that, get ready to throw it. And then, I guess, do you want me and Jerry to both roll Arcana?
Yeah, go for it. You can roll, and then Jaron can roll to assist.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna shock it instead, Pat, and I don't want to set it on fire yet.
All right, well, I rolled a 19, so I hope you do a good job assisting, Jerry.
All right. I rolled a 13.
Uh-oh.
Total?
Yeah.
Aid another. Boom, boom, boom. Character chooses the target that makes a skill check or ability check against DC 10 plus 1/2 the character's level. 13 is exactly enough to assist.
Nice.
Gotcha.
So a 21,
Get yeeted.
which isn't enough.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Get yeeted.
The Yeeters have become the Yo-10.
So on that, you're gonna set some, like, fiery electricity carpet in front of it, right? It's just gonna roll
Icy
up.
electricity carpet.
icy electricity carpet.
Yeah.
Remember, Ted said ice.
It's just gonna hop it.
Well, no, it's just gonna roll up into a ball and roll right through it. It's made of rock.
That's true.
Dummy.
I mean, maybe we should have thought about this, Jerry.
Like, it's gonna get zapped a little bit, and you're gonna see, like, it twitch a little bit, like its internals twitch, but it's just gonna roll right into you. But once it rolls and, like, once it gets close to you, it splits apart,
Oh no.
and it just kind of, and it just grabs onto the car.
Uh-oh.
Like, it's not breaking anything, it's just kind of like, it just got you guys grabbed, and it's just kind of like, you see it, like, poking. You see, like, the little tendrils just, like, tap, 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 tap.
Is it looking for something?
Yeah, it's kind of just doing the Eric Andre let me in.
Let me in. Let me in.
Let's call up our human friend whose name we haven't established, or I forgot one of those.
You haven't asked.
That's true. That's good.
Oops.
Wait, I think I asked when they manifested. I don't remember the answer they gave.
They didn't
When
give
what
one.
manifested?
When we were last week
Oh,
on
no,
the previous episode.
Now I remember, because it was like 2 months ago. She said she couldn't
Oh, okay.
remember.
I mean, that's an odd name, but get it? Because it's we have fun here.
Good jokes.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to contact them very quickly? Yeah, no response here.
Yep. I think that's what they're looking for. Just a guess.
Is Elias back in the car at this point?
No, not in the
did
car.
you-
I would have been scrambling up towards them while this other thing is trying to regroup on the algae surface below me.
Yeah, because if Elias isn't
Okay.
here, then if it's trying to get in here, I would think it's looking for her. Because Pat and I have nothing.
Except you're connected to me, dingus.
Yeah.
Telepathically.
As Elias scampers forward, like across the bridge, you're going to see it hooked up onto the car. It's kind of just covering like the whole front half of the car.
Oh boy.
All right, so
It's like somebody pulled a rock sock over a car.
rock sock.
You see the guy on the big golem is like, you see him frantically pointing and waving and issuing commands, and the thing is just like, it's not moving at all. It seems very confused.
All right, I'm gonna have Specky go into backpack mode, and I'm gonna try and change the energy of this scene. Basically, everything's frantic and freaking out, but what I'm going to try and do is project like, I'm going to walk slowly towards this car that's being engulfed and try and project through nature just a sheer sense of calm. Like, try to ping the other guy who's trying to control these things to just fucking chill. Because obviously sending all these mixed messages is fucking these things up.
Yes. All right.
As
Give me
in,
another
like,
nature check.
this is explicitly not sending a command, but it's more like the absence of command. Like, just stop.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh my, that's very good. 30.
30? So on
16
30,
on the
you're going to
dice.
see the rock pull off of the car, move back up into a ball. You're going to see the other rock kind of... You ever see a slinky go downstairs? Imagine
Yes.
that going up a sheer wall, but with
Ooh,
fungus.
I like it.
Look at it go.
It's just gonna thunk, 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 and it's gonna slam into the other rock. And now there's a bigger rock. And it's gonna, two little arms are gonna pop out. And it's gonna kind of look like, what was it? Baymax? From Big Hero 6?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's got that general shape.
So it's just going to be a big round friend.
Yes.
I'm going to.
It's gonna pop out. And it's gonna turn and look back at the bigger golem. And you're going to see the guy who's just like, you know, that look of, that you give your cat when it's like, it's just shredded something. Like both hands on the temples, just screaming.
Jerry's gonna step out of the car very slowly and calmly to match the mood, and I'm gonna wave at the guy.
You're gonna wave at the guy. He's going to look at you. And he's gonna dart back below the shoulder of the golem.
Okay, would I be able to tell immediately if that was over fear or just like, oh shit?
That's I wasn't supposed to be seen.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to wave at our new friend and say, "Hi, I'm Jerry."
How far away are they?
What?
Oh, that's the sound it makes.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Only like with more gravel.
Elias.
No, it's pretty shrill.
Hey, Elias, come meet our new friend.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
And you can visibly see that Jerry is like freaked the fuck out.
Also, anybody who wants to can give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think perception sounds good right about now.
Oh, alrighty.
Also, I'm bouncing all of my dice rolls off of this delicious Monster Zero brand energy.
I can hear it.
Monster Zero Ultra, the official, unofficial sponsor of Revival. Let me tell you. No, hold on a second. I'm trying to move my phone without making any noise. There we go. I rolled a fucking 31.
I rolled a 9.
31? 9? John?
Oh. I didn't know I was in the scene.
He's too busy marveling over his graceful landing.
14.
23.
14? Okay. On that 31 there for Patton, you see down in the water a small team of dudes in similar outfits with scuba tanks on their back and a severed head of one of those algae men. And they're dragging another one of the guys, and when they see them, they both duck underwater.
Now, with this...
I just like algae man.
With this algae man head, what is... Okay, with this guy's head, is the algae that's in there reacting to them, or is it not trying to grasp at them?
It seems like they got something going on where it's, they're kind of shimmery, and it looks like it's breaking up around them.
Okay.
But they dip back underwater when you spot them.
Okay,
And by the way, this rock man is still screaming.
Stop
Is
screaming,
Specky
friend.
now screaming
it's-
too?
No, but it's kind of just hinged its face up a bit, and it's just making a real, that "It Is Wednesday, my dudes." It's kind of just making that noise.
Fuck.
It's just kind of doing that, but it's just not stopping.
Okay, well, I want to do something right now. Now that I know where these guys are, and they're in the algae there, I want to bring them up to the surface. I want to see if I can chuck a car battery where they're at and get that algae to harden up and push them back up to the surface.
Just so you know, I don't know if it was explicitly clear, but it looked like they had the situation entirely under control.
Yeah, don't fuck with them.
If you were trying to help, Patton would be able to realize immediately that they killed whatever thing grabbed that guy and now are swimming him to safety.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't his severed head. It was the severed head of an algae.
No, yeah, it was an
Okay.
algaeman's severed head. The thing that
That's what I was
dragged him
thinking. I was
under.
like, Jesus.
They just sent down a strike force instantaneously, killed the thing, and are now swimming into safety. But are prioritizing hiding from your view over saving the guy immediately.
Just look away so they don't feel so bad. They're shy boys.
Can I move down to meet them wherever they'd be coming up from the cliff face, or would I not be able to
I
get down
imagine
there?
they're going to be going
you could-
northeast.
I don't think they're going to be coming up to meet us, per se.
Yeah,
I
if
wanted
you
to intercept them.
okay, if you could attempt to jump into the water after
Don't
him,
do that.
No.
but
Okay.
otherwise you'd have to run towards the big golem guy.
Okay.
So what do you want to do there?
I want to move back to meet back up with the gang.
Okay, you're gonna have to walk around a screaming golem.
Yeah,
boy.
I think we should cautiously approach this golem.
I'm going to try and calmly walk past it towards John.
Okay. So you attempt to walk past it.
Yep. Just hands in my pockets.
So a little extension of it is gonna shoot out of its side, not its arms, and it's just gonna grab you.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
I'm gonna
friend,
send another wave of stop, calm, kind
It's
of
Jocelyn Jerry.
at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to resist at all.
Okay, so it's going to stop screaming for a minute. It's gonna look back at the bigger rock golem. It's gonna look back at the car. Start screaming again, but this time it let go of Jerry.
I'm going to... Can I... Okay, so we know Specky can remember visual cues, and I'm going to try... Because I don't want this to be this fucking absurd, oh, show the crabs something scary. I want to show this rock thing that the other golem is friends with us. Would that work? Is that feasible? If not, I won't do it.
Depending on how you wanted to do that.
With pictures.
Like, with visual pictures?
Yes, I want to tell a very, like, storyboard kind of story about how we got Specky from one of these things, I'm assuming friends, and how Specky has helped us on our adventure and been a generally good cat.
There's a picture of Jerry and Specky shaking hands looking at the camera. Like that fucking picture of Kennedy.
You can attempt to... So you're gonna... You do kind of... Like, I would imagine that Jiron would have caught on to the general vibe here, which is that this thing is like... It's like a misbehaving dog or like a toddler screaming. It doesn't know what to do.
Do I have any more of those Specky snacks that I made a long while ago?
It's split between two commands, and you can tell there's a lot of weird magical interference going on.
Yeah, there's...
Like, it's basically got like a big ol' headache because it's getting commands from different places telling it to do different things that are going against its natural instincts.
Okay. So that probably won't work because it's too distracted. I need to find something to block the distraction. Can I put up a sort of, I don't know, like an EMP jammer between this thing and the cliff? Like some sort of...
You sure can try.
This is going to be a really high arcana check.
Wait, you want to try and cut it off completely from the other one?
Yeah, and make it so it's only communing with Elias. Or at least reduce the interference so we can get some progress.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and advise against doing that. We need to talk to the guys, not to the fungus boys.
How close are we to this fake cliff that the guy's on?
What you could try to do is to de-scramble whatever scrambling they're doing with their language.
Okay.
That would be better, so we could talk to them.
So are they masking it via, like, magic, or is it something that I would be able to decode via Streetwise?
It's gonna be magic. Give me an Arcana check to attempt to, like, decipher some of this shit.
Okay. Okay. So that's a 27? Yeah, 27.
Okay. So on a 27, it unscrambles, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's multi-layer.
Oof.
They're still talking in code. You know, like, shit like, you know, Delta 5, you know, they're using code names, they're using code expressions, they're saying, like, code 501, in progress, request assistance, blah, 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 right?
Okay, so we can't get any, like, useful information out of it even though we know what it's saying?
Yeah, it's double layered. You are going to get the useful bit of information that you're going to hear is don't let them hurt MPV.
Oh, right. MPV. That's us.
All right, so then let's just, if that's what he's got, then let's throw caution to the wind and just run fucking straight at him.
Well, it sounds like they're trying to stop the thing from hurting us, which means it might be naturally predatory.
I would know, and Elias would know, that these rock golem boys are not naturally predatory. They just form strong connections.
Think of it like this. The best way that Elias could probably explain it to them is it's biological magnet.
Yeah.
They are very, very heavily naturally incentivized to want to reassimilate. It's how the things spread information.
Yeah, Specky represents a very abnormal chunk of extremely complex and extremely dense magical data that these fungus boys do not normally have.
Right, because it's something that has not reconnected to the main network in forever, and so it's connect to it. Get the thing.
There's some good juicy info.
Also, Specky, this entire, like, when the thing starts screaming, Specky is going to look, like, embarrassed.
Yeah. Specky is
like, oh no, please stop.
has evolved past this sort of dumb fungal magnetism stage through
All
nuance.
right, so now, so it's me and Jerry, and then the fungus, and then John's on the other side, right?
Yes. And it's still just screaming.
Okay. Do you want to see if maybe you could sneak past John, while me and Jerry just kind of like try and get its attention, so it doesn't try and grab you?
Yeah. So, Giron, the next thing you're going to hear is the last thing that you're going to hear that's like useful is I know what orders are, just do it. And at that, the guy hiding behind the rock golem is gonna peek out and is gonna motion the thing to move forward.
All right, I'm gonna have Specky make a little ball of fungus with just a bunch of random bullshit in it. Sensory data it doesn't need, all sorts of,
Okay, so you're gonna request Specky to do that,
Yeah.
right? Specky is going to vehemently shake its head.
So it won't
Refuse.
it won't give it anything even as kind of bait.
Yeah, so Specky's going to like pull off a little piece of it and then hold the rest of it up on like two little fake. It's going to do like a little scale thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to make them even.
Mm-hmm.
Communicating one piece of me is the same as all of me.
Right. So if it got one bit of Specky, it would probably end up getting absorbed.
Yes.
All right. And Specky isn't strong enough to absorb that thing.
Correct.
Yet.
And Specky seems to not want to.
All right, I'm gonna tell Specky to start gathering excess mana and extra rocks just to beef itself up.
Okay.
So
Specky is going to go Garfield mode.
Yeah, it's time. I gotta have a good meal.
Big Specky.
Well, because as of right up till this point, Specky's just been kind of aimlessly freaking out. So at least now it'll have something to do that's a little more productive.
Specky's got, like, its legs are too short now. It's kind of on its side, just kind of trying to move its legs. It made itself too big. Yeah, Specky makes its legs too long and starts, like, tripping a little bit.
Makes him too short. It looks like one of those weird cats that have the tiny legs.
Specky just seems out of it.
All right, but we need Jerry to probably, now is a good time for Jerry to try and cut off communication.
Okay. So, like, I know what I'm trying to do, but I don't know the technicalities of how, like, Jerry actually gets it done. Right?
Okay. So, let me paint a little picture here for you. If you're going to go into debug mode, right, and try to figure things out,
yeah,
you can kind of see it. You see the rock monster, which is just a bundle of little mana lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of them that intersect, and you can see it is physically, like, you can see the connections between it, Elias, the big golem, the big guy, and one that just goes shooting off into space. Not like literal space, but just way off in the distance.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, hold on a second.
The X-Dot base is on the moon.
Remember, like, similar to how you guys, to the exact thing that you saw when Giron went under when he got soul drunk?
Mm-hmm.
Same shit, right?
Oh.
And what you can see is the connection that Elias is sending off and Specky is sending off are mixing with the other ones, and then there's just this, like, black jumble of, like, a bubbling cauldron of mana that's just going nowhere. And this thing is screaming.
Okay.
This whole time, it's like, it's got like a little head with no neck, and it's just kind of been half hinged open, and it's just been screaming.
So, what I'm gonna try to do then is, can I, like, so I'm currently immobile, I'm grabbed, right?
Oh no, it let you go.
Okay. So, is the black mumbo jumbo feeding directly into our friend here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna step in front of it,
Oh, good.
and I'm going to have it start hitting my jacket on the symbol.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And then...
So roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I know. Let's send Jerry to the Fungiverse.
Hey, Jerry's a pretty fun guy.
Shut
This is a 28.
So on a 28, you're gonna hit that. It's gonna unjumble a little bit. You guys are gonna see Giron's, the thing that he does sometimes, where his pupils just kind of go away.
Mhm.
He's still there.
He does sometimes.
No, I'm not there, remember?
So you're gonna get a couple of quick little flashes. You're gonna see a big old golem, like huge, mountain-sized. It's going to look down at you, tilt its head. Oh, and then you're gonna jump back out.
Did I recognize that golem?
No,
That's-
No.
Yeah, but would I be able to see that through our connection?
hell no.
God damn it! I know what that is, though.
You're also going to get to see some quick flashes of like you feel cold, dark, and sticky
Ugh.
are three sensations that you get immediately.
Ugh.
I don't like where
Like
this is
you
going.
need to run away from something.
Oh, am I in a web?
Kind of.
Oh, no.
Yeah, actually. Correct get. Ding, ding, ding for once. For once, somebody connected vague things that I've said to the correct answer. Yes.
Oh, fuck.
And as a reward for that, you're gonna see like through some fungusy eyes, which are more like feeling out towards the world. You're gonna see like
Oh, no.
these weird spider things. They don't look like actual spiders. They look like weird spiders, like with people faces, kind of. And they're just gonna be poking you. You're gonna hear some click clacks, some just like.
Are the guns coming out?
But the fangs are.
And then that's gonna go away too.
Well, revival canceled. Let's all go home, folks.
And then you jump back out.
Internal
What you have
screaming.
there, my friend, is the specific access code for the Combine Overworld.
God damn it.
But what you can tell, and the information that you got immediately through that is, yeah, there's like it seems like Elias and Specky are an anomaly. Like they're like the thing is trying to connect to them, right? And it can't. It's like the immediate feeling that you get is like it's like if all of a sudden you couldn't move your hand.
It's Jerry. Now
Right?
that Jerry's
And you kept trying to send like signals and attempting to move your hand, right?
Yeah.
But it just won't move.
now
this
that
thing's
Jerry's
kinda
back,
freaking out about it.
can I see what he saw or no?
I
No,
can communicate
because
it.
he didn't visually see something.
Yeah, like if I go dimension hopping, you're not coming with. I have to tell you what I saw.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm upset.
Also, the big old golem thing was just kind of like a big old like it was vaguely mountain shaped, but when it turned to you, it had a very very defined like human face. Like it had features.
like,
And it didn't look, it just looked surprised. Like, oh, hey.
are we talking like Mount Rushmore human face, or like this rock had a flesh face on it?
Like, it didn't have like a defined human face, but it had like eyes, a kind of craggly nose, and a mouth. Like the volcano from that one really fucked commercial.
Yeah, sure, like that.
My birds! Volcano filtered!
What?
Am I back now?
Do you not know that commercial?
that is
no, I don't.
that's a UK commercial, Daniel.
That is a
Come
YouTube
on.
poop staple.
You too. Poop.
Volvic water?
Dinosaur Allen.
Dinosaur Allen! Tyrannosaurus Allen, you filthy secondary.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
You can't call somebody a secondary for obscure British commercials.
Sure, I fucking can.
Fucking
People are weirder about weirder things.
I'm an Anglo commercial file.
Yeah, man.
Moving right along.
But yeah, this thing is still screaming.
Well, Elias, I think this is being controlled by another one of those huge golems. Not the one we dealt with before, but if you can communicate the whole...
Oh my fucking god.
I'm trying to do something
This
here.
is... I would like to point out that Jerry telling Elias this is like... It's like your grandma coming up to you and saying, I think this computer runs on electricity.
The pertinent information that you got was... The thing is like, it's like a limb that's missing.
Yes, that's...
Right? It's just... It's not hostile, it's very confused.
That's the pertinent information. The fact that there's a giant golem thing, like the Overmind golem, is completely known. To Elias,
It
at
is
least.
the electricity thing.
The information there that would be pretty nice is that it seemed to know who you were.
Yeah, I
Like,
was...
You, specifically.
Yeah. So, it's in character for me to explain it like a grandma, but since we're not doing that,
Yeah.
Elias, it's confused.
No, you can.
No, that was fine. I was just laughing out of character before I responded in character.
Okay. So it's being controlled by a larger golem. I think it's just more confused than anything, and I think it watches my show?
All right, so I'm going to
Fantastic.
step forward and basically connect with Specky and get ready to do a repeat of that time that that Specky and I met, but on the astral or the fungal plane.
Okay.
So what I'm going to attempt to do here is I'm going to commune with Specky and very, very briefly, using myself as a bridge so that Specky doesn't connect directly, draw a line in the quote-unquote...
You're going to turn it off and on again.
Basically, I'm going to draw a line in the fungal plane that says, hey, you know why you can't connect to this thing anymore? Because it's not yours anymore. Back off.
It was
Yeah,
a
you're
gift.
going to turn it off and on again.
Yeah, basically separate, making it clear that that Specky is no longer part of the network and you should stop trying to reconnect with Specky.
Okay, go for it. Nature.
This is me stepping in. Remember when we first met Specky way, way, way back when I drew the line in the dirt? That's when I was trying to figure out if they were a hive mind or not. That's what I'm doing just in the fungal plane. The fungiverse. Which is better, the fungal plane or the fungiverse?
I prefer the mycosphere.
Neither of those exist.
It's a clever visual metaphor representing abstract thought.
If you're gonna do the SpongeBob quote, at least do it right.
What? That was right.
He's fact-checking you on SpongeBob quotes in D&D.
Oh, hey, Daniel,
Very
guess what?
important.
Yeah?
What do you think I rolled?
Nat 1.
You don't pay me, we don't even exist. We're just a clever visual metaphor used to personify the abstract concept of
Oh,
thought.
so I didn't use the word personify. Fucking sue me.
Yeah.
He wasn't pretentious enough. Let's play
He
D&D.
actually fact-checked
This
him.
dude pulled up a SpongeBob quote mid-D&D.
What, you expect me to let that slide after what Maroon 5 did?
Oh
Way
my
to date
god.
the fucking podcast. All right, guess what I rolled, idiot?
Nat 20.
What?
Oh, it's that one. It was a nat 20.
Okay, so
Roll
on
up
that
to
20,
the fucking fungal overgod. Back the fuck off?
question mark?
Specky's with me now.
So you're going to...
He didn't want you. He wanted the Specky in your pocket.
Yes, well, we're going with SpongeBob things. So you're going to see that that little, like, that mass of mana,
Yeah.
right? The Giron is seeing. You're going to see that, like, pull back onto the rock golem. It's going to stop screaming. You're going to see 2 eyes and a mouth form on the thing, and you're going to see a lot of mana flow into it.
Oh, fuck.
Just a bunch. And you're just going to hear, oh, sorry about that. Take care of the little one, will you?
Yay, friends. I love these guys. They're so great.
Hey, who?
And then the face is going to disappear. It's gonna, It's going to go back to being like a stout little thing. It's going to start screaming again.
Why is he still screaming? Stop with the screaming.
It seems like it's just stuck on default now.
Oh, great. Now it's like
Its natural state is screaming.
It doesn't know what to do, and the last thing it did was scream.
I'm going to tap it on the shoulder and point towards the big golem, and just kind of like move my thumb up and down, just inquisitively. See if it can like recognize that. Give me a signal.
It's going to keep screaming.
All right.
And then it's going to waddle back over towards the big golem. It's going to zoop. You want to see the guy like peek his head over? He's just going to give you a quick little thumbs up. And he's going to duck right back down again.
So these nerds are fucking following us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but they were trying to be inconspicuous about it.
Wow, they did a really fucking terrible job at that.
Yes.
Hey, I'm going to call up to him. Hey, bud, it's over with. Can you, I know, like, you're huge
The golem
fans.
is going to go back in towards the mountain. And it's going to, like, reform into mountain shape. Silence.
What the fuck was that?
The golem's a cliff.
For the record, if you're going to follow us, it might be handy not to use magical interference, fungal creatures that have a direct interface with us.
You tell them how to beat us?
It's very obvious now.
And can you guys like do the violent stuff to your scapegoat you got? Because MPV over here, we don't really want to deal with you right now. We got other things. We'll talk later.
You're going to see it again. The guy put a little thumbs up and duck back down. They are in trouble.
Let's keep moving, I suppose.
Yeah, you're starting to get a little bit more of an idea of how this operation is run.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't nearly as sophisticated as we thought.
Oh, this is very clearly the aperture to Denali's Black Mesa.
They're just a bungle of goofs, just like us.
Alright, so I assume we head back to the car then?
Yeah, or the motorcycle, as it were.
Yeah. And as we're gearing up to go, I'm gonna shout, you know, y'all are always welcome around our campfire if you want to just talk things out.
Silence.
And then we go.
You guys how the fuck did you manage to sidestep any amount of combat encounter for any of this shit that I had?
Because I decided not to be violent this time.
Yeah, I was not planning on that whatsoever.
Jerry's learning.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a big part was that we had the information and we gathered the information that we needed in order to figure out that no one was being hostile here. There was something weird going on, and we decided to figure it out instead of punch our way
Plus
out.
it's hard for me to be hostile to fungal monster boys because they're very nice lads and I like them.
Because you have some in your brain, we know.
Everyone does.
Maybe Patton does it, but he's got extra stuff in there anyway.
So, as you guys, I'm assuming you're just gonna mosey on out of there?
I mean, basically.
Not waste the time to...
Yep.
Did that dude who was in the algae swamp down there, is he okay?
You haven't seen anything about that guy, but like they haven't surfaced, but they had respirators and everything.
Alright, that'll be fine. We gotta keep going. We're burning time doing this shit.
Yeah, we are on a time crunch. We'll deal with this arc later. In character, I said that.
Actually,
that works for fucking Jerry, too.
That does work for Jerry.
Exactly.
This is something for another episode. All right. So,
the next season popped up too early.
So, the next thing that I'm going to need from you guys is, were you planning on going through Vegas itself, or...
I think we decided that since there's not, like, actually anything in Vegas, fuck it, you know?
Okay.
It seems like a huge pain to move through.
Even though this is a D&D podcast, and interesting things should be happening, the more interesting things happen to us right now before we get to where we're going is bad. So
yeah, actually.
We need less interesting things to happen so we can get to the fucking final confrontation here.
And reasonably, Flagstaff to our destination shouldn't take longer than a day.
Yeah. So, hey, Jiron, as you guys are driving away, why don't you
Yes.
give me an Arcana check?
God damn it.
Oh. Can I do a perception check first?
No.
Fuck! Alright.
Pranked.
Got him.
Oh, that's pretty good. That is a 29. I've rolled one higher each time.
Nice.
Nice.
Very
Hang on.
cool.
Ted, you know this. What was the quote from that Team Fortress 2 Deus Ex, the Majestic 12 thing?
Why are you locked in the bathroom? Why don't you try getting a job? Okay. Where? Majestic 12. Why don't you join Majestic 12 in a body bag? Got good news for both of you. Okay. And I've got contamination of mutants in my brain. Just another parasite.
That's the line I was looking for. I've got contamination of mutants in my brain.
So I've got Specky and the other hive mind in my brain now?
No. So, as you're rolling that, you still feel that lingering sense of cold, sticky, restrained run.
Oh. Oh, no.
Run.
You can feel eyes far, far away, but you get the distinct feeling that something knows where you are and is interested.
Ooh, wasn't there a time fuckery scene with eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, way, way back in episode 1.
But this isn't the same thing. No, it wasn't episode 1.
Yes,
You're
it
thinking
was.
of the No, you're thinking of the spider you saw.
When I went on that spirit walk around Casey, that's right.
Yes.
Or-
It's
So-
both. Maybe.
Yeah.
But this was a different feeling than what I saw when we jerry-rigged the teleporter.
Oh no, yeah, this is different.
Matt, let's
But
be
still,
real
Alex,
here.
Sauron.
It's more
Okay,
than a feeling.
let me
Oh,
let me
no.
explain this in terms that everybody who's listening, since I'm assuming they're all Americans, will know. So, let's say that you're drinking Mountain Dew, right?
As you do. As you do for breakfast.
Then you drink Mountain Dew Code Red. And it's a different flavor of Mountain Dew, but it's got that same dew taste. You know, like if you gave somebody a different flavor of Mountain Dew, no matter what flavor it is, it still tastes like Mountain Dew, right?
So they're circumventing my pact, is what they're doing then, right?
No, it's just that whatever this thing is similar. It's the same flavor. If the eyes thing was Mountain Dew, then this is like an offshoot. Like this is spicy mango Mountain Dew.
Don't bring up spicy mango Mountain Dew. That's lore no one needs to know about.
Hey, John,
Yeah.
look at me real
Was
quick.
that the flavor?
Don't even explain
Tad,
it.
what was that the flavor? Was that the fucking flavor that you brought
Yes,
us?
it was the flavor.
Yes, no, it was mango heat.
Mango heat.
Ugh.
That had
Anyway.
been sitting in your
Warm,
car for like a
spicy
week.
Mountain Dew in his car trunk
So,
Yes.
is the backstory.
so I feel like
Thank you
that
for making me relive that.
I have more than one extra-dimensional entity watching me now.
Yeah,
You have something
maybe.
watching you.
There-
Okay.
This is a more acute feeling that something is locked onto you. Something is aware of your presence because you are aware of its presence.
Oh, no. Hey, John, can you take a look at me real quick?
Yeah. And
All right. Do you see anything like coming in or out of my person, like one of those mana connections? I'm pretty sure you can see them too.
just another parasite.
You're always the Joker. You Joker, you. Does it look malicious?
Hey God, does it look malicious?
Are you going to attempt to religion at this?
God's like, whoa, fuck
I suppose. I don't know what he's talking about, so yeah.
Well, you've seen these types of connections before. Remember when you had to hop in my brain to save me?
You have, actually. So yeah, give me a,
Yeah,
give
yeah.
me a
I'm
roll.
just not. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna give you a roll.
Religion, please.
My +7 to religion.
That's not bad.
Fuck, drop my die.
Someone had to.
Ooh, I crit failed. That's exciting.
Nice!
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, so, on that,
No!
hey John, you're gonna like you're looking at Jiron, right? I'm assuming you like pull over to the side of the road or something.
Yeah.
Do a quick little thing. You look into his eyes, right? You know, give him the like look here, and then you guys all see like John do the thing with no pupils.
Oh no.
This wasn't my fault.
You feel instantaneously incredibly small. You feel like whatever you're connected to is being dwarfed by whatever this thing is, and you feel like tendrils just leeching into your mind right now, and you have to rip yourself away. Right? Like something was locking onto you. And all of a sudden, you're going to get an immediate and distinct feeling of, like, have you ever had one of those moments where you look into the mirror, right? And it's like semantic satiation, but for your own face? Where you look at your own face and you're like, huh, that's weird. It's weird that I look like this, right?
It's called depersonalization.
Yeah. So you're gonna get that, like, severely. As you're going to look above you, and you see your own connection to something, and as you look up into the sky, you're going to see those connections form an eye that is going to look back down at you. And John's going to pass out.
Now, before we start the blame game again, let's just get him in the car.
What the hell
Jerry's
just
fault.
happened to John, and how is this Jerry's fault?
I just felt weird and I told him to look at me.
He just got...
God even agrees it's Jerry's fault.
God's like,
yeah, so John just got Eldritch.
Uh-oh.
Like, that's a verb at this point. Actually, as John, like, as you pass out, the only thing that you're gonna hear is the sound of, like, spiders skittering, like, too close to your ear.
Just gonna pause and then quit.
Pause, quit.
Alt F4.
John has left the server.
Speaking of leaving, I'm going to leave some words here before we end it. You can find the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play. There's a Discord, a Patreon, all that normal who's a what sits in the description there. You know the deal. I'll catch you on the next episode of Revival, a Dungeons & Dragons Real Play podcast.